Fictional stories do not always end in tragedy. More often, the deepest pain unfolds quietly, hidden in the shadowed corners of people's lives, in a world where companionship is not always enough to ease suffering. No amount of spotlight can expose the tears shed in private. For decades, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos appeared inseparable. Yet now the couple finds themselves navigating an incredibly difficult chapter. Many are left wondering whether this truly marks the end of their shared journey. Kelly is heartbroken after Mark made a devastating decision, and tonight we explore how they arrived at this breaking point. This is about far more than headlines or celebrity gossip. It is a story of raw emotion, enduring love, internal conflict, and the lessons that emerge when life takes an unexpected turn. Kelly and Mark are not alone in facing such crossroads. As we follow their story, universal themes of love, resilience, and survival through change come sharply into focus. For years, Kelly and Mark were seen as Hollywood's most devoted couple, a true legacy of love. Their chance meeting in the 1990s on the set of All My Children sparked something extraordinary. When they eloped in 1996, ignoring rules and gloomy predictions, the public was captivated. Their passion, combined with successful careers, a growing family, and rising fame, made them seem unstoppable. Audiences fell in love with their authenticity, humor, and natural chemistry. Yet fame alone did not define them. They were constantly in the public eye, but their love appeared steady and unwavering. Still, as with many long relationships, cracks eventually surfaced. Beneath the glamour, Mark was grappling with inner struggles that led him to make an agonizing choice. After nearly 30 years of raising 3 children together, the couple shared not only a home, but also a workplace. Living and working side by side, with no separation between private and public life, became overwhelming. Although their situation looked ideal from the outside, their strong personalities often collided, creating mounting tension. Kelly has openly described their relationship as a constant fight for balance rather than a fairy tale romance. The weight of professional demands and personal sacrifices slowly eroded their once solid foundation. Kelly continued smiling for the cameras, but those closest to her could see the emotional and spiritual exhaustion beneath the surface. Eventually, Mark admitted he needed space, from working together on and off television and from the strain that had built up between them. He told Kelly they could no longer ignore the resentment, sadness, and emotional distance growing in their marriage. This was not simply about a breakup, it felt like a matter of survival. He needed time on his own. When Kelly heard this, her heart shattered. She had always believed they could overcome anything. In that moment, her world seemed to collapse. Left alone with her thoughts, Kelly reflected on the day they first met, the excitement of their first conversation, the spontaneity of their trip to Las Vegas, and the humor found in raising a family on a budget. Those memories resurfaced, making the present reality even harder to accept. Despite everything that had shaken their relationship, her love for Mark remained. That realization offered her a small measure of comfort. No matter what happens next, she knows she has a family and memories that will endure long after the cameras turn away. Fans believed Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos were among the most enduring power couples in entertainment. That belief was shaken when news broke that Mark would be stepping away from Live with Kelly and Mark, a role he had taken immense pride in. Fans were stunned. Their playful banter and effortless chemistry had become the heart of the show. Mark's decision carried consequences far beyond the studio. Now, Kelly faces the challenge of carrying daytime television on her own. In a recent episode, she spoke candidly, her voice trembling, about how overwhelming the sudden change had been and how much strength it required. Despite his departure, Mark made it clear that his love for Kelly had not faded. In a heartfelt message, he expressed deep regret for the pain this transition caused, saying he never intended to hurt her and only wanted to support her as she moves forward. Kelly's resilience shines through. Though emotionally shaken, she remains determined to continue. With Mark's sincere remorse and the unwavering support of fans, she presses on. Their story reflects the enduring power of love, the necessity of perseverance during hardship, and the importance of protecting relationships, even in the most trying circumstances.
When Mark announced his exit from Live, the impact rippled far beyond the entertainment world. Millions who had come to rely on the couple as a symbol of stability felt the disruption. Kelly's farewell was both professional and deeply personal. Once the cameras stopped rolling, their dressing room fell into an unfamiliar silence. This was not merely a shift in seating arrangements, it marked the end of a partnership that had shaped nearly 3 decades of their lives. This decision had been building for some time. While their on-air humor fueled the show's success, maintaining that unity day after day took a toll. Kelly later admitted that working alongside your soulmate can be both a blessing and a burden. When personal and professional lives intertwine so completely, conflict becomes unavoidable. The constant search for peace and the urgent need for boundaries eventually reached a breaking point. To understand the depth of their current sadness, one must look back to the beginning of their love story. In the mid-1990s, something special was born on the set of All My Children. Kelly has joked that when Mark first appeared, she glimpsed her future in his eyes. Their chemistry was undeniable, their connection electric. Young, ambitious, and deeply in love, they ran off to Las Vegas in 1996 with little more than faith in each other. They defied every statistic surrounding celebrity marriages and soap opera romances. As they transitioned from actors to media icons, they brought their audience along for the journey. Fans watched as they became parents to Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, embracing their evolving roles with honesty and humor. To many, Kelly and Mark embodied enduring devotion. Yet the title of power couple carries a hidden cost. Under the harsh glare of fame, small disagreements can explode into major battles. In quiet moments alone, Kelly reflected on the heated arguments that unfolded behind closed doors. Love was always present, but so was the exhaustion that comes from constant closeness. When Mark realized he needed distance, it was not out of cruelty, but self-preservation. He saw how drained Kelly had become, how her bright smile had turned into a mask for the public, while her eyes revealed deep fatigue. Out of love, he made the painful decision to step back, believing that without space, everything they had built over 30 years could be lost. The dressing room filled with tears as Kelly faced the reality of being without Mark during those rare times they spent apart, most notably during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. She recalled being isolated after testing positive, describing how unsettling the separation felt. Mark, who had spent years traveling for Riverdale, spoke openly about the loneliness that comes from not sharing a bed with your partner. He emphasized how comforting it is simply knowing someone else is there at night. Kelly, quick to joke, admitted the snoring never bothered her. In fact, it was reassuring, a reminder that she wasn't alone. She confessed she would rather endure the noise than the silence of his absence. For decades, the Consuelos Ripa family has openly discussed the challenges of proximity and separation. Even in late 2025, headlines followed their playful debate over airport divorces, a travel strategy where couples part ways at the airport only to reunite at their destination. It is a concept different from a sleep divorce, yet rooted in the same truth. Sometimes love survives best when given room to breathe.